Hello everyone, the Flying Scotsman here. Welcome to this video. Now, in 1981, August of 1981, IBM released the first ever personal computer as we know it today. Now picture this. A new computer has came out into a market that is still emerging, but it's the biggest name in the business, IBM. They, at this point in time, are pretty much the establishment in computers. And they have just brought their new personal computer to the market, and you've got one. You've not necessarily had a machine before, but this machine is apparently going to be good for your work. It's going to help you become productive, more productive. It's going to be able to automate difficult or arduous tasks. But what the hell do I do with this damn thing? Well, IBM thought of that. They knew that this was a new technology. They knew that people weren't actually going to be au fait with the personal computer. So they put together a diskette called Exploring the IBM Personal Computer. And that, folks, is what we're going to have a look at today. So let's reboot our quote-unquote IBM 5150 and see what we can learn. So, what this is, it's an interactive piece of software that is set out like a book. And what it's meant to do is actually give you some training on the IBM personal computer. It uses some brilliant resolution trickery, as you probably saw there, where it was stretching the images. When I've run this on something like Virtual PC in the past, it's actually resized the window, so it's obviously somehow kind of changing the resolution, but must not be doing it in a way that would make the monitor flicker or something. So yeah, this also, I don't know if you heard it, I don't know if I've got it set up right, but this has some very interesting sawtooth sound effects. So when you start when you actually start the software, it'll play a wee ditty, and you probably heard it if you did. And yeah, it just plays it using a sawtooth sound rather than the more traditional square wave speaker, even though it is just a normal PC speaker. So, first of all, we get to learn about 4 different things. The keyboard, MS-DOS, the keyboard, MS-DOS, BASIC, and the printer. Now, obviously, you don't have to have a printer, and you're not using RailDOS. This is all done on the tutorial, but you get to learn the concepts of using the IBM PC. Also, got to draw your attention to the purple keyed keyboard. That is rad. I want an IBM Model F keyboard with purple keys. So as you can see, it explains how to use the tutorial, and now it's going to tell us all about different keys. And then again, it teaches us how to use multi-key keystrokes, so we can use control and page up Sorry, no. Alt and page down to review the chapter. Alt and page up to go back to it. So it's saying how... So obviously, back in the 1980s, back in 1981, and the late 70s, obviously there were PCs. There was PCs before the personal computer. But for most people, this would have been an upgrade to a typewriter, which they will have been using in offices. So it's just saying, look, the keyboard is just like your typewriter. The enter is like a carriage return. The tab works the same way. The shift would shift the carriage, so you've got your different cases. And then you have modifier keys. So you can make it do a different function, so it kind of works like almost like a typewriter in that sense. Oh look, here's a numerical keypad. Oops. Oh, keep doing that. So then you can see what the keys do. It's also quite a good... I think this is also quite a good way of being able to troubleshoot your keyboard. Obviously, I'm not using a Model F. I'm using a more regular 105 key keyboard. Oh dear. Oh, there we go. So then you've got the fun writer, so that will teach you the basics of using a word processor. So it shows you how to use things like the caps lock, the number lock, the scroll lock, the home key, insert key, and then it shows things like cut, copy, and paste. So it's a really good way of easing you in. Shows that the caps lock does not work with numbers. And there is humour in this. And it also shows how computers use an asterisk for multiplication and a forward slash for division. So I can put on the radio. Let's see. So there we go. If you like the racing hearts, you can turn them on and off. And then, of course, you've got the auto writer, which writes a story about. It's a recursive thing. So, the Prince and the Peddler. upon a time, in a land very far away, there lived a prince and his beautiful mother. His mother, the queen, was very sad, because the prince always had nothing to do, and was always in her hair. One day, a peddler came to the castle, selling IBM personal computers. The queen bought one for the prince, hoping to cure his boredom. Soon, the prince could program the daylights out of his wondrous machine. This made the queen very happy, since it kept the prince out of sight. One of the prince's most creative efforts was a computer program that wrote fairy tales about the prince and the peddler, and it just goes on. It's brilliant. It's what a computer scientist might call a recursive story. So then you can practice moving and cutting and copying and pasting things. Nice. So this is, I think, the longest tutorial. Now chapter 2 is pretty neat because you get to learn how to use basic DOS file management commands. So I do like the animations as well, showing that accidents will happen and backup. So you can actually have a go at running DOS in basically a made-up environment. We're going to teach you 4 important DOS commands: dir, format, copy, disk copy. So I've already done that. Let's see if I can format a disk. Whoops. What is actually on drive B? Anything? Although it's all kinds of naughty stuff on that diskette. Like, oh no, you can't do that. You've got to format the disk before you can use it, because I've been a very naughty chap. Nope. Good. That's interesting that you don't use a backslash. Yep, I do very much like the animation. So when you're copying things, you can imagine that happening on your own diskettes. Nope. That's all you need to know about DOS. And then you've got a chapter on basic programming. Although it's really quite simple. Whoops. This command clears the screen. Watch. Oh yes, ELS. This one puts the cursor on line 6, 14 spaces from the left edge. Print time. Displays the current time. Nice. Oh yeah. So and I've now just made a digital clock. I will save this to my pretend diskette. Hey, we'll send it to the printer. Again, I like the animations. And then this quite literally will just tell you how the printer works. And then that's it. So that is the Exploring IBM Personal Computer. As a seasoned computer user, I would find this quite infuriating, how long it takes to go through it, but this program's not meant for me. If I was given this program to someone who'd never used a computer and they had to learn how to use a 5150, that is perfect. Absolutely perfect. So I think IBM has done a really good job with this diskette, and you know, it's quite fun to run it. One thing that I do like is that you can get text mode and graphical mode versions of this program. So even if you have an MDA card in your system, you'll still get this program, and it'll even still show the IBM logo. How good is that on your green phosphoric 5151 display? Anyway, I think that will do it for this video. So thank you for watching this episode of Academic August, and please join me for the next one. Cheery bye. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button. You could also subscribe to the channel and hit the wee bell icon to be notified when I have published a new video. But until then, please feel free to check out some of my previous videos.